Is Harvard fit? The lacrosse at fit?
Thanks, Jack. We'll find out. Thanks to the Gridiron Club. This is my 16th year at these luncheons, and when I first came aboard, I really wanted no part of it. And here's what I mean by that. Like a coach thinks, oh boy, it's going to take busy time on our schedule, I've got things to do. And then when you first come here and you realize all the great people, the great tradition is, it's something that I look forward to every week. Part of it's the food from Tees, but it's just great to see the same faces and the coaches from the other colleges in the area every week. We feel like kind of like the little kids at the table at Thanksgiving. We've been watching games for the last 2 weeks and we haven't played. And all of our kids, all of our players got a chance to watch some of the great games on TV last week, the Notre Dame-Michigan game, the USC-Ohio State game, and all it does is kind of whet your appetite. And, we feel like we've been in practice forever. We're dying to get going. From that standpoint, coming into preseason, the most obvious questions that we had to answer were quarterback on offense and the linebacking core on defense. Quarterback because we have been quarterbacked for the better part of 2 years by Chris Biscotti, last year's Ivy League Player of the Year, and just a tremendous football player. He was, I believe, 20-2 as a starter. So the second string kid, Liam O'Hagan, led the Ivy League in total offense his sophomore year. So losing those two kids certainly left a void there. And the biggest difference, I think, at quarterback this year is going to be about 7 inches. Chris was 6'5", and this year Collier Winters, who's a junior from Tulsa, Oklahoma, is 5'10". I think it's going to be business as usual. We think he's a quality player. Obviously, that's something that he has to prove, but he's got a solid offensive line, running backs, and receiving core, so that should help to ease the transition. Defensively, we lost two first-team All-Ivy linebackers last year. Both kids happen to be from Atlanta, Georgia. We're going to miss those guys because they started for 3 years, so they had a ton of experience. I think the transition, again, is eased a little bit because we've got 4 senior linebackers working for 3 positions. And guys like Nick Hasselberg, John Takamura, Sean Hayes, is one example. Those guys give us some quality players that we think will plug in, if not seamlessly, will plug in very well. Going into the Holy Cross game, it's a big challenge. The obvious thing is that they're playing the 3rd game, so they've already got the kinks out. They've also had several more weeks of practice, obviously, so we're going to have to be on top of our game right away. They've got a quarterback who is truly a special player. I think that word gets thrown around a lot, but when you consider his statistics, they're staggering. I thought he had graduated with his 10,000 yards and 2-time Patriot League Player of the Year. So I don't think I've heard any kid at any level gunning for his 3rd straight Conference Player of the Year award. And he's also a 3-time captain. He's truly one of the best quarterbacks in the country, and they've also got a very strong defense. I think they're number 1 in the country in total defense right now. So we will certainly have our hands full. Again, it's great to be back here. I want to congratulate R.J. Tolman and Nathan Scher for their gold helmet performances, and good luck to everybody this week.